Hello everyone, welcome back to the First Berserker Khazan walkthrough. In this video we'll be making our way through Stormpass and fighting the second boss and final boss of the demo, the Blade Phantom, at the very end. So first of all, let's take a look at what new loot we got. So we were able to make gear from the Frozen Mountain set now. Now, remember, we have a lot of hound pieces. We actually have really good bonuses here. So, we're not particularly interested in switching to Frozen Mountain, even though it's a little better defense. Oh, but let's see, did we get a new neck? Let's see, we did. Okay, so we'll equip that. And then the one piece that isn't... So here we could go with Frozen Mountain, because we don't... That's the one piece that isn't Hound. And then we could very quickly make sure we don't have any better versions of the same Hound piece. Especially this first part here is going to be against beasts, so we want to keep that extra damage.
You want to rid yourself of the ghost? Then this is the only way. You must prove yourself in the trials of the three Bantu gods in order to receive their blessings. After that, you must find a way through the storm at the mountain's apex. Take my advice. Let fate be your guide. This is the same trial Bantu warriors can choose to undergo. The gods of the Bantu will decide if you are worthy of their blessings. The trial will begin when you pick up the weapon. The nature of the enemy...
So we're going to make our way through this level, and there will be three trials, one for the dual wield, one for the great sword, and then one for the spear.
There will be 3 trials and 3 blessings for you. The ghost inside you is no ordinary one. It is several different evil spirits now acting as one. It has chosen you, with the powerful emotions that burn within you. You are a great prize for it. It will not willingly let you go. We followed the monster's roar and found you. Maybe it was the will of the gods. The Empire is our enemy, Khazan, but we still owe you much. If you had not defeated the Berserk Dragon, then we would all have been doomed.
Alright. Remember, you can sprint to go up a ladder faster.
You are trying to get rid of us. Why would you want that? You think this will work? Go ahead, try it.
I love the voice actor who plays the Blade Phantom. He just sounds really great. Remember, we're gonna get vitality and endurance to 15. So we got access to the skill tree. Skills basically are perks or special abilities. There's common ones. For example, we can learn an ability called Reflection, which is a way to parry an enemy's attack and also kind of disrupt what they're doing. It's, God, if I had to make an analogy, if you've played Lies of P, it's a little like using the Two-Dragon Sword. You basically can, it's got different timing that you've got to master in order for it to work. And then here in Dual Wield, we can actually start buffing this. You can unlearn these things at any time, like, and just change your build around, so there's no harm in us, buffing, or, going ahead and putting points in Dual Wield, even though we're eventually going to be Spear. With these 2 wolves, I like to just rush in, kill one immediately, kind of get them before they can react. Uh, we're gonna eventually knock that log down and have a shortcut. Here you can just kind of hold down, wait for them to hit, and then retaliate. You don't even have to perfect parry it, just hold down L1. You can see how reliable that is. Since their attack does so little stamina damage. Now here, we now have access to the javelin. You hold down L2 to aim, you can zoom in and out with R3, and you fire with R2. Now, I strongly advise locking on because the javelin will automatically be oriented correctly. So if I locked on, you just hit L2, R2, and it'll just fire, which is great. As long as they're stationary and haven't moved yet, you can just fire it off and don't have to aim precisely. Now you can hit weak points on enemies, like you can hit the head and you'll do more damage, but in this case the javelin's strong enough to just take those guys out. Now you can see this structure here has one of those crystals to destroy. There are 3 of them on this level, I believe. Got more wolves. Do this kind of conservatively, just you know, because we have so few heals right now. There's actually a little bit up here with some monkeys that we could javelin. You can see them, one of them's hanging. Total. I'm just picking up the plague potion. It can be really, really hard to see the loot. For example, I know there's loot here, but look at how hard that is to see. And then we already got the loot from the wolves. That if you just hold your javelin for that, you'll just wreck them. Now we just got a 5th piece of hound, which is kind of great. So now we actually have a 10% increase to the damage of our potent blows. So that's fantastic. The trowel is to the left, but we can unlock that log shortcut over here to the... Or sorry, the trowel's to the right, and to the left is the shortcut. And all you have to do is kill 2 wolves. We're still doing okay in terms of health, so we'll just kick it down but keep going. But if you were to cross that log and go back up the hill to the right, you could go back and save. But to save time, we will just keep going. If you were low on heals, that, you know, you can always just go rest. So we're going to get equipped with the great sword. is big and slow, but it hits hard, and it has really great reach. Especially the potent blow. Like, look at this. You just whack them.
Why did you abandon me? I want to live. I have children.
Oh no, my controller lost power. Oh, this is pretty exciting. My controller died right in the middle of that. So I was like, oh god, get to the other controller as fast as I can. Alright, we're good. A little bit of excitement in the middle of this. Anyone watching this without sound would be like, what are they doing?
Why do we have to die?
You can see the potent blow is just so good. And the light attack is a sweep, so you could actually have lined. If you could have let them all kind of group up and then hit them all at once. I actually find the greatsword really good on all the trials. You're supposed to, you know, like they equip you with the weapon of the trial that you're doing, but I actually I like to just switch back to greatsword because it just works so well on these trials.
So you survived that one. Not that it will make much difference.
Oh, so we can actually we can put points into greatsword because once we get spear we can switch afterwards. But this actually lets the light attack be charged, and it creates a shockwave along with the strike. So it's just really, really good. You can see that's showing us that we got our sword. And up here there's some vitality shards. And this is the way forward there. We're gonna have to fight a bear. But there's also some stuff, optional path in the other direction, so we're gonna do that first. And I'm gonna start putting points in proficiency, which is the best scaling stat for spear. So first we'll go down and get this willpower orbs. Just to show you what some of these items do. The willpower orb actually will use spirit to heal you. I'm not really sure how common these are going to end up being, but you could bind them if you want. They could be additional, you know, sort of desperation heal against a boss. In fact, why don't we do that? So now we have both some spirit dust healing and some willpower orb healing. And then in here, we have another Yeti to fight. You can see what it's like to fight one with a different weapon. You can see this just hits really hard, big long. That's the charge, just to show what that looks like. That just kind of wrecks him. Yeah, the greatsword's pretty fun. We get more fire damage to the weapon enhancement. Now we barely got injured, but we can heal. Oh, we actually got enough for another level, so let's do that. Alright, and now we will move forward. Up ahead, there's going to be a bear. And we're going to be introduced to the concept of burst attacks. So a burst attack, you'll see that sort of glyph appear on your character, like right on top of their body. And you can either dodge or do a special move called a counter attack, which is L1 plus circle. You cannot just guard. You have to do one of these two things in order to deal with this. And that's what it looks like. And that's what the charged, you can see that does nice damage. We got more soul tier dust to heal with. And in terms of the skill tree, what I would recommend if you're doing greatsword is next would be to make this thing stronger. And then here you can actually make it so that you can do a hit triangle right after you do the charged, do the charged attack. In addition, guard over here is pretty nice. This actually lets you deal damage when you perform a brink guard. So that can be really nice if you're wanting to play the guarding playstyle. We got a new hound top. So we'll just equip that. Keeps our bonus hound gauntlet, so we're not going to change that because we're enjoying having more powerful, potent blows. I did actually remember to... Oh yeah, I did. We got the extras. So now you can see monkey. Remember, we can just javelin monkeys. There will be another one that'll come up. That's a move I really like with the great sword. Oh, these guys are so annoying. If you're sprinting and you hit light attack, you just kind of push forward with your body. Kind of just body check them, which is kind of cool. So this is an optional pass to take on a guy in a cave here. Go ahead and oh yeah, there's some guarding to do. I'm gonna use my soul dust here. Alright. Switch over to the willpower orbs in case we decide we need them. And then we'll fight this guy. So you can see he did a burst attack. We weren't anywhere close though. It's like, I like how they stand in range of the potent blow of the great sword without, they just kind of stand there. I feel bad about this, like the Imperial soldiers don't really seem like they actually hate you like the grunts. Like, thanks to him we survived. It's like you've been betrayed by your own people. We don't really know the full story yet. So there's one more of those crystals to get towards the end of the level. Alright, so we've got plenty of spirit for javelin throws. There's a boar up here, so we're gonna hit him twice. He's kind of hard with the great sword. Oh, I'm used to just killing him with other weapons. Man, sword sucks for him. Might have to bust out these willpower orbs. Oh no, this is bad news. These guys are so annoying. I think we're to a checkpoint though. So we're going to continue to level proficiency so that when we equip the spear we'll be more powerful. And okay, next up we're going to be doing the spear trial.
Those who overcome these trials will be blessed by the gods and receive the power they seek.
And I find this trial to be like really annoying. It just kind of takes forever. I haven't figured out, you have to fight two guys, they both have strong shields. It just kind of takes forever to whittle them down or to stagger them as far as I can tell. But maybe there are skills that would have made this easier that I have not thought of.
Is it true, General? Are you really a traitor?
They just kind of take forever, and I can't really... I haven't found a way to like you can do that, but like, you don't have enough stamina to really follow up with much of anything. And this is just one of two guys. So one thing you can do here is actually switch to the greatsword. I actually think it's better against these guys.
All we did was follow your orders.
Because you can just do this. Move forward a little. Do it again. Move forward a little. Alright, well. I feel like it has at least a shot of staggering. Well, maybe not. just find these guys incredibly hard, and I just don't have any, like... Actually, I don't mean hard in the sense of, you know, dying or anything, but they just take longer than half the level, you know? But I do like the great sword here. You can just kind of repeatedly lay into this guy. A guy just hits from a mile away. I mean, that's why we like Spear. So you can see it works pretty well. It's actually, I'd never really looked to see if there was any loot here to get.
Pathetic. Who do you think you are? Some kind of high and mighty hero? Ha!
So there's a chest down here we can open. We got a new ring. Also, because skill tree, we are now able to unlearn. So now unlearned all of these, and now we have skill points that we can spend on Spear. So for Spear, I recommend doing, we want Moonlight, and then we want to get Moonlight Stance. And it's basically to let us hit our light attack button 3 times to do pretty effective damage. And you'll have these after images that do additional attacks. Get all these consumables, we got some more Soul Tear Dust. Hound Helm. Volk is just raw defense. And then we got a new ring. Way more health, so we'll equip that. And now we're gonna change to the Spear. You guys will get to see that in action. I think even though we have no heals, we can make it to the next, oh wait, that's the way we came. Yeah, turned around. We're okay. I like to just take that guy out. That's what the Spear looks like. We're going to be going that way. There's another left turn up here, but first we're going to run forward over here and pick up a save point. I think they're called Nexuses. Keep buffing our Spear damage stat. Help us do a little more damage. This is going to be a shortcut ladder that near the very end of the level we'll unlock that and we'll be able to come back down here and save. And then there's a bowman.
Here he is! Grab him!
Oh, I hate these guys so much. And now there's a guy we can drop down on. Remember, we can plunge attack. And once we get down here, we can climb the ladder. Oh, first we'll get the loot. Maybe you can hold push in the left stick to sprint, and that lets you go up the ladder faster. We are going to be walking back down towards this later, but if you want to just get it now, you can just shoot it. So we drop here, and we come over here very carefully and drop into the middle of this. And then we're going to be going this way. There are going to be some bats again, so you're going to have to block. It's very satisfying. I always feel like there should be more loot here, because there's two guys, but they're not guarding particularly important loot. I guess it's fire enhancer, it's something. And then here, you gotta deal with the guy shooting. Yeah, we'll get some stamina back. There's actually a chest over here. And the guy won't shoot us while we're doing this. I don't know why. He's not smart enough to come over here and shoot down at us. Did we get the actual loot from the other guy? No. Now the guy's waiting for us right up top here. He sometimes will shove you down. In one playthrough I had, he shoved me down behind that chest there, and you actually can't get out if you're put there. So I had to just like, it's really ridiculous. So what I'm gonna do is actually take on this big guy here first. Remember, these guys are really vulnerable to the charged potent blow. Now, there are two guys down there to fight, one of which is kind of dangerous, so we're gonna get this loot first, the invisible loot. So I'm gonna go over here. Watch out for this. That hole will drop you down where we're about to go, and you'll be forced to be fighting two guys after just falling into them. But instead we're just gonna walk down and fight them. You could, if you wanted to walk to destroy that crystal and hadn't wanted to shoot, this is how you would have gotten to it. Spear with some leveled up proficiency. Just wrecked him. Just want to make sure that I actually get all the loot here. I kind of double check a little bit because I'm still not 100% sure I found everything. I think I have. The loot is just can just really camouflage. And we're gonna get that in a second. Oh, nearly slid into the hole. And then just to remind myself that I actually, yeah, okay. Now I actually find Greatsword to be really good against this guy. Again, because it breaks his posture so easily. I actually have died against this one. It can be annoying. Because he has one flurry he can kind of do that if you just kind of whiff the guarding, you just like...
Surrender. Your honor, your friends, all is gone. You have nothing left to fight for. Do you really think you could win against the Emperor? Be honest. You wish you were, don't you?
That move, yeah. That's okay. Now we can come back in with a bit different weapon. When you die, it's kind of handy to see your lacrima gets put there. I actually just find these trials really weird because at this point you're kind of picking a weapon, and you know, to be stuck. Like, I actually found the greatsword to be really effective here. Because now when you walk in, I think it just keeps the same weapon that you had equipped. Yeah. And now you watch this, you can just...
Your honor, your friends.
I just found it really easy to stagger him. It's like they assumed...
You have nothing left to
Oh. See, that's the issue, is if you let him exhaust you there... Here, we'll try just using our spear, which we have proficiency in, and see if we wreck him. That's probably what I should have done. Yeah, it's kind of funny. This guy kills me more than anything else on this level.
Your honor, your friends, all is gone.
You can get a stagger here on him.
You
Yeah,
have
there we go.
nothing left to fight for.
If you stagger him, you're fine.
Do you really think you could win against the Emperor? You wish you were, don't you?
There we go.
It's all over. Ozma, my friend, I will avenge you.
Now that we've passed all the trials, we're ready for the boss.
Think you can do this? Defeat us, the Blade Phantom? Stupid little mortal.
Let's take that to 15. And then let's look at our skill tree real quick. Gonna finish Moonlight Stance. Just double checking all our gear. Ashen Wolf just gives me a dodge decrease, so that's not very interesting. So I'm gonna stick with my potent blow damage increase of 10%. Mainly, I'm just looking to see if I got, if I got better Hound. No, we're good. Oh, we might have a new neck. Let's see. We have 20 stamina neck, and there's a 26 stamina neck, so we can wear that. Now, as a reminder, I mean, you do have these consumables that you can use If you end up like out of heals and need to use Spirit Dust, I'm gonna hold on to, and then Willpower Orb I'm gonna hold on to. So these will be like heals that I will have in reserve, right? If he takes away all my basic heals. This is something I see a lot of people just kind of forgetting in this game, is that they only use the main heal and then they drop to 0 and then they just die and forget that they have these consumables that they could be using to heal. So keep that in mind. Okay, and now it's time for the Blade Phantom. So the Blade Phantom is a 2-phase boss fight. He gets way more aggressive in the second phase. He's going to attack you with a variety of weapons. He's going to constantly be switching them up. He'll have a spear, hammer, sword, and claws. And the movesets are different for each. So it's just a matter of learning a lot of different patterns to guard against. We're going to try to get in there and just start hitting him with the spear light attack. You know, get Moonlight stance going right up front. I assume we've been taken to the Netherworld here.
There is no way.
He's going to try to take our body for himself.
This we declare. We declare. Your body and soul, they belong to us.
So you see there's some give and take here. If he gets his attack going, you kind of gotta react to it. If you brink guard a lot of the ones in that attack, you will easily get him exhausted. Oh, I always get hit by that. Yeah, you want to roll away when this happens, because he does the red spikes from the ground. So we're transitioning to phase 2 now. Phase 2 he's going to open with a flurry of claw attacks that you really want to bring guard. Because what happens afterwards is he goes up into the air, and he's going to come down with an attack in the center, which you can either brink guard or just get out of the center. At that point, if you did a good job of brink guarding the claw attacks, he will be out of stamina and he'll just do one final hammer attack and be done. If you didn't, then he will actually do a bunch of sword attacks, 4 or 5 sword swings before doing the hammer. So I did not do a very good job there, so we're probably going to get the sword attack. Oh, we done. Good. That's great. See, it always exhausts him if you can land those brink guards for that one. Oh, grab again. Again, remember, you get away. We nearly got exhausted there. Just barely. got him exhausted, and we should get the win now. There we go. Yeah, if I had to compare this game, I mean, it feels a lot like Sekiro, right? In the give and take, right? You're pressing him, and then he's pressing you.
But I need your strength.
There's a point where you're pressing him, and you just don't get him staggered, and he starts his chain, and then you have to react to his chain.
My blood.
Now there are abilities like Reflection that can disrupt a chain if you pull it
We can
off.
work together. Cooperate. You help me, I help you. Bargain, is it? Very well. If this is what is required, we conquer. No! Enough! We have but one goal. To restore order to the Netherworld. Then help me. And I will help you do this. Our alliance is formed. How long it lasts is up to you.
The ghost? Did you purge yourself of it? No. You have chosen a different way. A different and more dangerous way.
As long as I get my revenge. And that is all that matters.
Your fate, it has changed now. The ghost will be your guide on this new path you have found.
The old woman is right. We will lead you this way.
May the blessings of the three go with you.
That's it for mission 2. I can show you the loot that that boss gives. You get the Soul Eater pieces, of which we got 2, and we can equip it, but we lost our damage versus beasts, and we lost our potent blow of 10%, so debatable, you know, whether it ends up worth it. We get a 100 stamina boost for 2-piece Soul Eaters. And then we got a new ring. Rear assault attack damage. And then you can look at inventory. We got a Primeval Regression Orb, reset a stat, and return the Lacrima point on that stat. Lacrima spent on that stat. So that's pretty cool. That basically, if you use that on your primary damage stat, you know, you could switch to a different weapon. And then yeah, it looks like every time you kill a boss you get an ability to craft a piece of their set. Or you get a material that can help be used for that. So we're going to go over here and put a point into the guard. It increases stamina damage dealt to the enemy hit by a brink guard. So that's really nice. And then that will actually be it for this second mission. In the next video, which won't come out until the game does, we will take on mission 3. Until then, see you next time, or see you in a couple of months.